Today's show definitely interesting because we are showing you how to reach 90% combined loan to value on a commercial transaction. Pretty cool option because normally the only way we're going to go up to 90% loan to value on a commercial transaction is with an SBA, Small Business Administration loan, which is a full doc transaction, right? Tax returns, business plans, all that kind of good stuff. So here, options we're covering today are DSCR, debt service coverage ratio options, which only are going to use the gross rental income generated by the property to qualify the borrower. And in the case of these options with a loan amount under $500,000, the DSCR option is a no ratio DSCR option. Just need to show what the rental income is, but the debt service coverage ratio is not calculated. So for this option, we can either do a seller held second, or if you can find it, we can also use an institutional second. However, it's going to be a little bit tough to find an institutional second to go up to 90% CLTV on a commercial loan, but definitely seller held second is always a viable option as long as the seller is willing to play ball. So let me share my options with you. I have quite a few purchase options for you today for a bunch of different property types. So our first option here is for a mixed use commercial property. Now here, mixed use
Can you
could be
zoom in a touch,
residential.
Jose?
Sure. Okay. So here, mixed use could be residential mixed use, or it could be commercial mixed use. The mixed use product that we normally go over is the residential product, which requires at least 50% of the space to be residential in nature. This mixed use we're talking about here is a true commercial. So it could be the residential one, or we could also apply it to the commercial one. Either option is doable. With this loan program allows us to go up to 90% CLTV. And here, the rates that I'm quoting for you are all borrower pay transactions and all at one discount point buy down. So here we're looking at 10.375 as the rate with one loan discount point buying down the rate. Otherwise, it'd be somewhere around 10.8% without the 1 point buy down. What I was mentioning in reference to borrower paid, we're looking at right here, the broker fee. So let's go to our next transaction, multifamily. Now, this is for a 5+ unit multifamily purchase, right? Our typical commercial transaction, buying a multifamily building. Again, 75% LTV on the first, our DSCR first, and 15% LTV on our second for a 90% CLTV. Again, very good rate here, 10.365 with one loan discount point for multifamily. Professional office. Now, this is another option here. This is 70%. Now, notice when we go into the pure commercial option, like a professional office, the LTV now, and this one drops to 70% on the first. CLTV is still 90. And we're looking at 10.865% rate with 1 point loan discount. You could opt for a higher rate with no loan discount, or you could opt for a lower rate if you want to pay more than 1 point. So 10.865 for our professional office purchase. Now, very common property type now is our commercial warehouse, right? So here again, 70% LTV, the maximum LTV on the first. We still have a 90% CLTV for the warehouse purchase, and 10.865% interest rate with 1 point loan discount fee. Now, one of the most popular property types out there are storage facility, right? Who doesn't want to own a storage facility? Just put it out there, the people come, put their stuff in, get their stuff out, and you just charge them. 70% LTV maximum on the first, 90% CLTV, and again, our rate 10.865 with 1 loan discount point for the storage facility. And mobile home parks. I know I always get questions on mobile home parks. Well, here's an option to finance a mobile home park up to 90% CLTV, 70% LTV on the first, with a 20% institutional or seller held second. 10.865 is our rate with 1 loan discount point to buy down the rates. Automotive repair facility. Yes, we can lend on those. 70% LTV on the first max, 90% again, our CLTV. And again, 10.865% with 1 loan discount point. Got a few more options for you. Now, retail space. Again, 70% LTV on the first, 90% CLTV, and our interest rate 10.865% with 1 point loan discount buy down fee. So now I'm going to show you a couple of my final 2 options are not commercial properties, but we can originate them through this commercial conduit that allows us to go up to the 90% CLTV. So now, since it is residential in nature, our LTV does increase to the maximum for this program, 75%. Our CLTV, 90%. And our rate, it does drop considerably because now this is a residential type property. And our rate is 9.365 with 1 loan discount point for our 75% LTV, 90% CLTV option. And last but not least, here is our 2 to 4 unit purchase, same rate, same option that we just saw for the 1 unit, 75% LTV first, 90% CLTV second, 9.365% rate. So again, I do note that this option, great option because it is a DSCR option and it is a no ratio DSCR option. I believe up to a $500,000 loan amount, it's no ratio. So it is the perfect loan to be able to do this maneuver here of our 90% CLTV with a seller held or institutional second.